Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about Come Follow Me for June, and I'm really excited to have this done and to get it out to you. So if you are new to my channel, I created this channel as a homeschooling resource to do a curriculum like we're doing today, to give you different organizational ideas and spiritual insights to ways to invite Christ into your homeschool space. So if you're interested in those things, please hit that subscribe button, and let's talk about Come Follow Me for June. So first of all, I just wanted to say there is a ton of missionary work, missionary stories, everything in what we're going to be studying in Alma. We have Alma and Amulek and Ammon and Aaron. There's just so many missionary stories. And so last month I gave a few prompts of how you could incorporate missionary work, have your kids practice knocking on your door and teaching you about Christ. So I would encourage you to keep doing that because I feel it'll make these stories become more alive to them. Even you could practice having the kids be Ammon, as a missionary, or going out and preaching as he teaches the plan of salvation to King Lamoni. You could have them actually be those people if they wanted them to be a little bit more alive to them. Or you could have them just be a missionary like they would be if they were one today and knock on your front door. And so either way you want to do it, you could role play it. And I just think it would be a lot of fun and just make it more meaningful for them. And so something else just to kind of review and to talk about, which is also in here, is the plan of salvation. These chapters talk a lot about the plan of salvation, especially with Ammon and Aaron when they're talking to King Lamoni and King Lamoni's father. They go through the plan of salvation. So this word search is to kind of review that, but you could also review it more with your kids and go through what the whole plan of salvation is, and I think it'd just be a great time to review that. So another thing I wanted to mention in here, there's this spot where the kids are going to be asked to draw a picture about Alma and Amulek when they are in prison, or also the scriptures, I believe, include what happens before they're in prison. And that's the part I wanted to mention because it can be a little bit touchy, I guess. I don't know quite the term to use. This is when they're burning books, but they're also burning women and children, and Alma and Amulek are sitting there having to watch this. And I don't want you to feel like you have to share the whole story with your kids right now if you don't feel comfortable or don't feel they're ready to hear all of that. If you want to share, then share. If not, then don't. But whatever you do share of this story, you can just have them draw a picture here. If you just want to share with Alma and Amulek in prison, they could draw a prison and the walls tumbling down or something like that, and then have them share it back to you so they can remember it a little bit better. So that was just the thing. I don't want you to feel like you have to share something that's a little bit more traumatizing maybe if you don't want to. And then another thing in here, this is a little bit different than what I've done. It's talking about Ammon and even Aaron. It was through their love and service that the Lamanites were willing to listen to them. And so I created this thing where your kids could plan a service project. You can have it be as small or as large as you want it to be, but just who they want to do the service for. If they can't write very well yet, they can draw pictures and then what they want to do. So if it was like my brother, I want to make his bed, and then how they're going to do it. Or you could do something bigger for your community if you wanted. So just to learn how to plan something and then have it be meaningful and relate back to the scriptures. And then I feel like this month there's a lot more of the who's who in the Book of Mormon. And I mentioned this one because I felt like I already had several of these, but I really, really wanted to do one for this person. This is for Abish, so that's a spoiler. I just gave you the answer there. But I really, really love her so much. And so I had to put another one in here for her. So spend time on Abish. I have a video I'll link up here about her. And so you can learn a little bit more about Abish and just how wonderful she is. And she was such a great missionary too that your daughters could look up to, and you could teach them about Abish if you wanted to. So another thing, I made bingo cards for you guys. I didn't have bingo cards for Alma, so I just made them this last week. So if there's mistakes, I'm sorry. I looked over them and hopefully they're good. So I just did 3 cards because I have 3 kids that can play the bingo game. The other one's too small. And so they have slight variations. I think they all have the same things. They're just kind of moved around like this. So that's the cards. for bingo. And then here's the little clue cards. So I started writing just notes at the bottom. So if you can't quite remember what this is about, you can look at the notes or you can do your own thing with them. You don't have to use my notes, but that just helps me remember as I'm going through. So I just have all these cards. Again, Alma, Ammon cutting off arms. That's another story that kids love, but it's also like, nah. And then the plan of salvation. You know, there's a lot of different things on here. Alma the younger, because we're still learning about him. So I'll have all those things linked down below in my blog. So the free download for Come Follow Me and the bingo cards. And then if I can think of any other resources that might be helpful, I'll put those all down below. So I'm excited to do Come Follow Me for June. I hope you're excited as well. And if you like these videos, please give us a thumbs up and we will see you next time.